Hello, Lisa.
Hi, Alex. Hi, everyone, and
Hello,
welcome
everyone.
to our Christmas episode.
The final of the year and the final of the season.
Yes, but not the final ever one like we nearly did last year, this year.
Some point. Yeah, we always do these spontaneous things, don't we? Like, oh, it's the final ever. We're rebranding. Oh, you know what? We quite like our brand.
Do you know what? Thinking about that, Alex, I've got to say, our members so good with us because we are pretty spontaneous. We do come up with some like ideas, and then we think, "Oh, I don't really like that anymore." And not just me, like actually both of us. We
Us,
get
it's an
so
us thing where one of us isn't blaming the other. The
yeah, we
funny thing
both
is
kind
what
of
we
get
do.
carried away.
Yeah, and we actually start to action it.
Oh yeah, we start to action it. We delete things. We do like we get rid of stuff. Like the amount of work we've caused ourselves that we've just not needed to has been ridiculous.
It really has. We do it a lot. We do it in life generally. We delete husbands, for example.
Oh, we've just been speaking about this.
Yeah.
Alex and I have decided this morning, right, that when we split up, if we ever split up with our partners,
When
it's inevitable one day, isn't it? Like, come on.
something's bound to happen.
No, it's not. It's not. I mean, I'm only joking. If anybody's listening,
She's
don't.
not. She's not. I've sent her a message offering her to be a lesbian with me, and she's agreed.
But not to have sex because
No,
I
we've
couldn't
made
have
it
sex
as
with
we're going to
Alex.
be asexual lesbians, aren't we? Are
Yeah,
you allowed
yeah.
to
But
say
we
that? I
we
hope that's PC, everybody.
we could have sex with other people,
Yeah.
basically, because we're not even going to live with each other, right? Right.
Basically, we're going to be exactly as we are now, right?
But we're
Without
going to live near
husbands,
each other.
live
What we've
near each
said
other.
is if either of us split up, right, then we're
The other
not going
one's
to
we're going
move
to
in with
wait,
anybody else.
but we're going to wait, aren't we, for the other
We'll
one?
wait for each other, and then we'll move near each other, and then then we'll be just best friends that live next door to each other.
And we'll go on walks together and travel.
Wouldn't it be nice? I would love you to live close to me, like where I could just pop round and sit on your settee and that. Like, can you imagine how much Sam would do his editing?
It's like that meme you sent me where it says like if you or did I send it you? If your husband isn't concerned about your best friendship relationship, is it even a best friend relationship? But it's so true. I remember like when we first, me and Sam, this is not me and Lisa, when me and Sam when we first got together, like, and I said, oh, I need to introduce you to my best friend. I really don't think he knew what he was letting himself in for. Like, we're not just like the average best friends, are we?
No. Does everybody, like other best friends that listen to this, tell me if you do this, or
I
email.
want to hear from people. Please do message us because
Yeah,
I want to know.
I love hearing about other friendships, but I do all like, I think nobody's got one like me and you. I think we're the best friends in the world. Do you know when I came to see you on Sunday at your performance and at the
So
church?
let's just tell people. So basically, I had my big carol service, and it's obviously it's annual, but I've been stressing about it since September. And I asked Lisa to come, and I'm going to one of her sound bowl sessions, a really big one in March, isn't it?
Yeah,
March. Oh, good.
I think so. I don't even know. It's
Yeah,
at the
it's
big
March.
town
It's a really
hall. I'm
big
so
one. And we
scared.
said to each other, yeah, we'll support this event. So Lisa came along to mine. Go on.
Well, firstly, it was just beautiful. It was like I had to take tissues. I was, well, actually, I forgot my
You
tissues,
forgot
and I
them, yeah.
said to Fiona and Ruth, I was like, "Has anybody got any tissues?" And I think they were a bit like, "What? You're really going to need them." But choirs anyway make me quiet.
Why? You're quite, quite. Quite, quite. Quite, quite over the choir.
Choirs make me quiet. Please don't cry.
That's
Oh,
nice.
anyway,
You've
it
just
was
done one of them massive
absolutely.
silent laughs. That's ridiculous. Sorry,
It was
everybody.
absolutely beautiful. I loved all of it. I was so proud. I could go on for ages about
I'm
this.
sorry, I'm still laughing. Oh,
But
go
I've got that little Shirley Temple in my mind.
on.
Do you know what I mean? Where she's like, I'll scream and scream.
Scream and scream and scream. My husband Sam always goes, "Oh, quack quack," when something's wrong. So that's what that reminds me of. Oh, Oh dear me. He does it to the kids, by the way, not to me. Oh, but
Right.
yeah, it was
So
lovely, wasn't it? But yeah, the
it,
best
it
friendships, that's what we were
yeah,
talking about.
it was really beautiful. And I was so proud, like really, really proud. And I'm kind of looking and I'm looking, well, Sam was in front of me, but I'm thinking, he better be proud. And at the end, I was like, Daniel, are you proud? He was like, yeah, yeah. I'm like, Sam, were you proud? And you know what? He really was.
No, he
It was
was, he
so
was.
nice for me to see because he was like, I've never heard her sing that. He said she's kept it to like the choir
Yeah, yeah.
rehearsals. So it was just so lovely. I loved it. But yeah, it was dead proud, but I was prouder.
It was, you were. It was like every time I looked over at you, because I have to keep coming down the steps from playing the organ to doing stuff with the choir. So where I was stood getting ready to come round the corner, I had direct eye line with Lisa, and all I could see was this big beaming smile, like willing me to do well. It was so
I was
lovely.
honestly, you know what a believer I am in energy anyway, but like I was literally giving you so much positive, kick ass, beautiful, strong. I can do this energy. And I really like, and especially for when you were singing, I was waiting for your bit and I'm thinking, come on, Alex, come on. And you did it. You did it. It was just so good.
It
I
was good.
loved
It was good.
it.
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot, and I generally played it quite well as well. So overall, I was quite impressed with it. But yeah, I was looking over at I walked up, I did my song, and then there was a woman one there who went wow and stood up and like did a big.
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't even know who she was.
Oh, for me to see that was honestly, I really, really loved all of
It was
it. I
lovely.
wanted everybody to know, you know, the moments where, like, you know, when you see little kids at nativity plays and they're going, "That's my mum, that's my mum."
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
wanted to be like, "That's my best
Everyone knew because every time you come in, I was like, "This is my best friend."
friend."
We are like very, very young
Are you
children when we
supposed to
introduce
still say
ourselves.
that in your 40s, do you think?
Well, that's another thing I don't know. Like, do you say, "Oh, this is my best friend," or do you just say, "Oh, this is Lisa, my friend"? And it doesn't sound
Oh
enough.
no, no,
Doesn't sound enough. This is
no.
my best friend, Lisa. That's how I introduce you. I did as well. Into my choir. This is my best ever friend, I think I said. Do you know what as well? What I really liked was, and you know, like I absolutely love Ruth to bits and Fiona and you. Obviously, you're like my bestest friend. But when everybody arrived, what I really liked about Sam, and I've got to say and give it to him, he didn't sort of make like, did you say a beeline, an A line, a beeline? A line's the skirt, a beeline. He didn't make a beeline straight for Ruth. He did the hugs of the people who were there, didn't he? And I was like,
Yeah,
it was nice.
yeah.
It made people feel very important, which they are.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
real. It was nice to see all of you.
I'm
It was
so
dead
sorry. I'm a
nice to
bit
see
sniffy.
all your
It's
kids.
going to be loud as well.
I
I'm so
am.
sorry.
I had to spit on the way home from the gym today. I had to
Oh,
hold it for ages, right?
what
Till
you
I got
spit?
to a ginnel.
Oh,
Yeah, because I've been so snotty. It's TMI.
yeah, probably, but it's fine. It's fine. We're
Oh
good.
my God, why did I blurt that out? Like, nobody needs to know that. But I held it in for so long because I knew there was a ginnel coming up. And I thought, I can't wait to get into this ginnel. And then I'm checking that no one's in the windows. And then I'll kind of like spat it out.
Is ginnel a real word? Is it
Oh,
a northern word?
alleyway for anybody that don't know what a
Alleyway,
ginnel is.
snicket, ginnel,
Snicket sounds, that's not right.
brew. Do you remember when people up in Littleborough used to call it a brew?
Yeah, but that's like up the brew, isn't it?
I
Like
don't know.
it's not a ginnel that's like a hill with,
Or is it? I thought it was
yeah,
called
I
a
think
ginnel.
so.
These words, and apparently, cruckle is a Rochdale only word. Did you see it on that post on a guy that I went to school with post?
No, I didn't.
So you know, it is Ina's post.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So he'd written down he's like 47 or 46, and he couldn't believe that he only just found out that cruckle was a Rochdale word.
Yeah, it's I'm just gonna Google something because I want to tell you.
Well, I'll tell you this. Do you remember when this
Go on.
cruckle? I commented on his post, and this is the truth. The very first cruckle means to go over on your ankle, but I
Yeah.
didn't realize it was a Rochdale only word. So I said, "Oh, I've cruckled in front of my ex-husband's parents, and they're from Epsom." And honestly, they thought I'd farted.
No, they
They
did
did.
not.
They did. They
No,
were like,
they
oh,
didn't.
oh, and I was like, what, like, why are you looking all shocked and weird? And they were like, well, that's a different word for it. And I was like, for what? And his mum went, for Trump. And I went, it's not a Trump. He said, I've gone over on my ankle. It's a cruckle.
I'm
Like,
so
I've
sorry.
cruckled.
I'm
Sounds gross
so
when you think of it.
distracted with the word that I've just Googled. Right. So up near me, where I walk the dog is called the bonk. And
Oh,
it's been called that ever since I was a little kid. And I was talking to Rob about it like the other week, and he said, "Do you know why it's called the bonk?" And it's something to do with the factories and the noise that some of the machines made.
like the
Like
presses.
like what?
Like the presses, those big presses that clang together.
Yeah. So that's what it was called. So
Yeah,
I
because
just
we're a
thought, oh,
textiles
yeah,
town, aren't we, Rochdale?
yeah. Why would you keep saying Rochdale?
I don't know. Go on. Do you know it was a very beautiful town once? It pioneered the co-op. It's only
Yes,
lately
it
it's become a
did.
shithole. Go on.
It did. You know what? Because my mum used to work in a hotel in Rochdale,
Yeah.
and we used to get lots and lots of visitors, Chinese visitors, because they used to want to come and see the co-op.
And do you
Like,
know what else as well? This might be a miss because I've never actually fact checked it. So don't fact check me, anybody. Right. Because I don't
well,
like being fact checked.
obviously, no. Like, who
No, it might.
wouldn't?
I have looked. I have tried to look it up
I
because
already want to
apparently,
check.
and it's been told to me by people who I think are quite clever people. But apparently, in the war, Hitler wanted Rochdale Town Hall, and he wanted it brick by brick because it was such a beautiful building. So I don't know how true that is, but I've heard it from
Yeah.
fairly good authority of intelligent people.
Well, it depends what you call intelligent, Alex.
Well, I know that this is another
That's very
conversation. We can come
different.
back to it. Yeah, because stupid people don't know the stupid, do they?
Well, no, not even that. It depends. Like you're calling intelligent people that have
Academic.
been taught. Yeah, you're saying
Yeah.
academic that have
Oh,
been
I want to
taught
tell you about
something
this
that
in a minute.
you don't know is necessarily true. They've
Well,
just
do you know what?
remembered
We'll come
what
back to
they've
that.
been
Tell us about
taught.
words. I'm going to write this. I'm going to write that down in my phone because
Right,
I've got a whole rant on that I want to actually get out now. So I'm going to put this in my
right. Back.
notes.
Can we go back to bonking?
Yeah, let's
Right.
go back to bonking in
So
our
it's called
sexless
the bonk, and
relationship.
it's something. Anyway, I've just googled it, and the first thing that has come up is bonk, to have sexual intercourse, informal, a blow, forward, slang, an act of sexual intercourse. And then it's got bonk, to hit on the head with a hollow, resounding blow, to hit
Yeah,
one's
bonk
head
someone on the
against
head.
something. You are?
Yeah, bonk someone on the head. That's what they used to. Timmy Mallet used to bonk people on the head with
Yeah,
his
we did.
mallet.
I would go blare, blare
Yeah,
to the audience, blare to each other. I love that. I
I
always
did.
wanted to go on that.
I did.
Anyway, so I was looking to see if it would come up with that, but it didn't. It just came up with bonk, to have sexual. What is wrong with me?
Should we have some sexual relationship and cry about it?
Don't make me cry. Anyway, I
I
go
won't
up the
make you.
bonk
I
every
won't make
day,
you
but I
cry
don't
as long as
bonk.
you promise to have six. Right. Okay.
Right, we did come on here today to
No, wait, I've got another word first. No,
go
you
on.
need to hear this. So my husband's from Birmingham,
Yeah,
and he said to me that used to enjoy doing a gamble. Do you know what a gamble is?
a gambol or a
A
gambo.
gamble, yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I might. I do think I've heard of it
It's
though.
like a roly-poly, like a somersault.
Oh no, I've never.
So he didn't know that that was just a Birmingham word, a gambol. So if you're anyone from the Midlands, you're probably all nodding and going, yeah, it's obvious. That's just your word, guys. If you didn't know that, however old you are right now, that's how old you are that you've just learned. That's just a you word.
Why do I want to do a roly poly now?
Go on then.
I've got this
Go on, do
mind.
one. Come on.
No, because I ain't got a carpet
So
anymore.
you'll be all right. Go and do it.
No,
Do
I'm
it.
I'm so thinking about it. Like,
Go on,
why?
please, just do it. Go on.
Pause it then.
All right. 1 second, everybody. We'll just pause. Be back in a sec. Right. We've decided we're not going to take it off because we're going to actually both do one. 1 minute. We're
Are
coming
you
back.
doing one on your bed?
I'm going to do one on my bed now. Yeah.
Don't fall off it.
Are you doing it in front of your camera?
Well, I'm going to have to do it on the floor, so it won't be on my camera as such.
Here, I'll do one. I'll show people one. I hope
Hold
my
on.
bedroom's not a
Nah,
mess.
I can't really do it. Oh, I'll tell you what. I'll take my phone camera and I'll record it and I'll add it.
Oh, it's
Have you
made me
done it?
dizzy.
Oh God, I'm making a right mess of this. Right, let me. I'm, I don't
Mine's made
think
me
I've got enough
dizzy.
room. I'm very tall, you know.
Oh, don't you start. We know.
Well, people don't know because they get shocked when they see me in real life. Oh, it's certainly going to hurt my head, this.
Come on, mine hurt me. It made me dizzy.
I did it. I actually did
There you
one.
go. Do you feel better after doing that? Was a gamble, everybody.
Yeah, I did a gamble.
Yeah,
Right.
good,
Oh, I
good.
feel better
Right.
now.
Before we do our purpose, honestly, I just want to tell you one other thing which you've mentioned, and I do want to come back to it about people who teach things right. I had this whole conversation the other day about like with a client about how they know that these facts are correct because they were taught it by an intelligent person at school. And I
Right.
said, well, I've been teaching for 24 years or whatever it was. And all 24 years, I taught biology and chemistry and physics to different age groups. And I've taught people all about the planets
Yeah.
and that they're like spheres in the atmosphere, including Pluto, which I taught everybody for years and years that Pluto was a planet. And then it turns out it isn't one. And so I've really badly taught that because apparently it isn't one. But who says it isn't one? Some other expert that might decide it is. And also about atoms and so on, and like protons and neutrons and electrons. I've never personally witnessed any of those things, but I've taught it. So is it fact? Is it
The,
fact?
You know, honestly, there was something the other day. Oh, yesterday it was. We had a bit of a Christmas do in the office. And one of the things was fact or fiction. And it was saying that it was thought that the first Christmas was celebrated in York in 21 AD or something like that. And was it fact or fiction? And the answer was fact. But I'm like, how can it be a fact when it says it is thought? It's not a fact, is it?
No, it's a belief
Yeah.
or an
I don't
assumption.
think we've got facts that much anymore because if you look at history and how many like books were burned, and I think there's threads of truth in
There's
everything.
always two sides to every
Can
story,
we
isn't there?
talk about Mary?
Oh, oh.
Because like even like with the back, I
Well,
think
as
there's
long as we don't
threads
go
of
into the full
truth.
conversation that we had on the voice note.
What? Oh no.
Right.
Oh well, it doesn't
Are you
matter.
on about Mary as in Joseph and Mary now?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you want, we can talk about Mary.
Right. So I don't believe it's true that she was a virgin. I do believe that Mary and Joseph and Jesus all existed. My
Yes.
own theories, these. So please don't like take them as fact, anybody. Not that you would, but
We don't
like
want fact checking.
Jesus, I think was like Dynamo. You know, the magician. I think he definitely could do stuff. Like I do. And I think if you look back then, it would have been magical, wouldn't it? Like people wouldn't have understood how we was able to do it. And I think over history, when like they used to write the books on the walls, like
Yeah.
through art and stuff. So it's only our interpretations. We don't know anything as fact. But
The
I
thing
also
about
don't
the
believe
Bible
Mary
is it
was
is
a
a series of
virgin.
stories. It's a lot of books. It's not one book, and it's written by lots of different people, all the books.
Mm.
So, and that, you know, they're from different perspectives. And I guess where you see the fact in them is when you get different gospels or different bits of the Bible telling the same story from a different perspective. So you know that that must have happened as long as those two books were actually written. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. It's hard, isn't it?
Well, yeah, as well. I mean, I was speaking with people about, you know, like very elderly parents, because in the Old Testament particularly, it talks about like people being 600 years old and stuff like that and having children. And I was like, yeah, but that's not possible. But it was pointed out to me, and I think this is a really good point. Like the calendar is a man-made thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Time is
So
a
to them, they might have
concept.
been 600 years
Yeah, we don't know
old.
what a year
Yeah,
was, do we?
yeah. No, it's so
And
interesting.
considering that really, as soon as a girl did reach adolescence, she was eligible to be married and have a child back in the old
Yeah.
days. You
Well, they
know,
were getting married at a really young age, weren't
12,
they?
12,
Yeah.
13. So, I mean, even
Mm.
younger. So if you think about that, somebody having a child at even 25 would be old.
Yeah, they would.
Yeah. So it's like, yeah. So
What
there you
did they
go.
call you when you was pregnant?
Fat.
No, no, they didn't. It was on it.
Geriatric. Geriatric.
I know that. So in like in the future, it'll say geriatrics were having babies.
Yeah, geriatric mum, cheeky bastards. Actual cheeky bastards. I'm younger than half
Oh.
them midwives in terms of my body and my physicality, even though my number might be older.
We were talking about that at the gym actually today. My one of the gym owners has just had a baby and she looks incredible and she was working out right until the end.
Yeah. Well, I would have been with Abel if I hadn't have fallen and broke my shoulder at work.
Oh.
I was working out till 22 weeks, then I broke my bloody shoulder. Yeah.
Mm.
But yeah, it's easy, it's doable.
Right,
Doable. Right.
let's get to
Back to the
Christmas.
sober stuff.
Sober stuff and Christmas, because that's what we came on for in it too. Did we were there something else? Did we want to talk about something else?
Kickstarting our sober experiment and giving some sober tips for Christmas.
Yeah. Oh, I thought you'd said something else. Right. I've got a poem. People know I like my poems. So I just thought I'd read this before we go into the Christmas thing to separate it. I'll just put my glasses on.
Looks
I,
intelligent now,
I've
but
got
like I
two.
said, she might not be. Don't believe
I know, I believe Jesus were dynamo. Don't listen to me.
her.
I've been gatekeeping this poem book because I love
Don't
it
know why
so
mine are on. It
much.
makes me feel like I can listen. Go on.
And I don't want anybody to you know, when people buy books and everybody raves about it, it makes me go off things. I don't know why. I do the same with films. And I don't want anyone to know about this book, but I really should tell people because she's so good, this author, that she should be heard of. Anyway, the poem is Christmas. Not everyone loves Christmas, although it might seem strange. Some people just don't like the fuss and long to rearrange. The pressures of perfection, sensory overload, hearts that ache for absentees, heads threatening to explode. The lonely and the lost ones, the penniless and poor, no presents, food, or sparkling tree, no family at the door. So please don't think us rude, ungrateful, self absorbed. It's just at times these big events are easier ignored. Enjoy the day you're given, love and understand that those who don't love Christmas might need a helping hand.
Oh, that is nice. Who's written it?
Laura Ding Edwards.
Oh, that is really nice.
It's nice, isn't it? Because not everybody does love Christmas. And I think it's really hard when everybody talks about it.
Well, do you know what? And it is relatable this because when I was a child, I look every child loves Christmas Day, you presume, right? But for me, Christmas, birthdays, any big occasions where it might have been a little bit turbulent in the house because there might have been a bit
Yeah.
more alcohol
Yeah.
was also a little bit kind of daunting.
Yeah.
Like, you would sort of sometimes think, oh, I hope everything's going to be all right. So it did come with a level of anxiety. So when I had my kids and stuff, I tried to make Christmas really special. But in honesty, my Christmases have been the most special since Sam's been in my life because
Yeah.
he has always had the most wonderful childhood Christmases and he makes it super, super special. So I really love Christmas now, but I never used to.
Yeah, it can be a really tough time for some people, especially if you're missing somebody or your life's changed at all in the
Yeah.
year running up to Christmas. I just think it can be such a hard time and there's so much pressure. I've not been as bad this year. I struggle in December.
You didn't last year, you know.
Did I not?
No, you had. If anyone goes back to last December, we were talking about. I'm pretty sure we talked about how you were actually quite happy last December.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not that I just get overwhelmed, I think. And I worked this out the other week. I was talking to somebody and I think now finding out about ADHD and the people pleasing and all the other things that kind of go with it, it makes so much sense to me that it's a time of year where you're trying to, you want to make people happy.
Yeah.
And it feels like there's a lot of pressure, especially as a parent. And if people are coming to your house or even buying gifts, like I find it so difficult to, if I see things for people and I get it, and I'm more grown up now. So throughout the year, I've kind of seen things and thought, oh, I'll buy that for such a body. Whereas I never used to do that. I'd leave it till the
Yeah.
last minute. So that
We had
would
this
cause,
conversation around your birthday, didn't we?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So I think that's a lot to do with it, the people pleasing. And when people say things like, oh, well, don't worry about me, it's the thought that counts. That's like to me, that's like shit, the thought, and then trying to look like you've
You've
thought
thought.
about them.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I can spend hours looking for a birthday card for somebody and not find one that means, because you want it to be special and you want it to have the right words and you want it to be lovely. And I can go into shop after shop after shop, spend hours and hours and hours, and actually not find the perfect card, end up picking a really shit card up
Yeah, yeah.
and giving them that. But
And I
yeah,
think I have this as well. I think I feel exactly the same. Like, obviously you're an important person to me. I want your gift to be special, and that's a lot of pressure.
yeah, and we've only just started like
Few
well, I say
years.
this since we've been sober now, so it's been like
Yeah,
a
but
long
I like
time.
the fact that even though we do it, we actually haven't bought. I didn't buy you a birthday present this year, and I'm not sure whether
No,
you bought me one.
no,
But
I can't
I
remember.
didn't. I bought you a present before your birthday this year because I saw something that I knew you'd like, and I
Yeah,
bought.
you
Well,
did.
I can't remember what it was now, but I
It was a
bought you some.
necklace. It was a beautiful necklace.
Oh, there you go. And I thought,
Yeah.
oh, Lisa will like that. So I was glad I gave it you early because it was just something that I thought you'd like. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, it was lovely. I think that's what I've done with you, really. I saw this and thought, oh, I'll get you that for Christmas. It's so
Yeah.
funny. You might have a few of these things. I'm gonna have to stop buying these things, but I meant it, so you'll like it.
I'm intrigued. Fiona's still got it.
Yes, yeah.
I'm seeing
Oh,
him on Thursday, so I'm gonna do a swap with her.
rapping is another thing. So Rob is amazing. He has helped and done so much of the rapping. Like I can't believe it. He's really good at it. And I've just been kind of adding bows and tags. Anyway, he all the bows and tags have fucking fallen off nearly everyone's
You don't know who's
present.
his who's, do you?
Well, can't yeah, we've done all right actually, but they were falling off. We did get a bit confused and we had to like feel them, so it could be a little bit of a surprise.
Bit of hit and
Anyway,
miss.
yours only came like not that long ago because it took ages to come, and so I rabbed it. Rob did not. Rob didn't wrap
Oh, can I
it
just
or
point out that's
I'm
Lisa's
boring
third slip?
myself. Basically, I wrapped it and it was really crap and it was even square and I couldn't wrap it. And I put too much paper on it. Then I cut the paper off. Then it fell out. So then I had to kind of slot it back in. A nightmare I had.
I've just been thinking, my mind wandered off then to this
I'm not
sex.
surprised. Mine did. It was
No, mine
boring.
wandered off to
Sorry,
our
everybody.
sexless lesbian relationship and how we would cope at Christmas and thought, oh, we've not thought this through. Because I don't buy anything, I don't wrap anything, I don't do anything. Like, I'm
Oh,
terrible.
well, by the time this happens, we'll be millionaires. So we'll pay somebody to do
We'll
it.
buy some elves.
We'll buy some elves.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Deal.
Yeah. Might have sex with them if we're not having sex with each other.
Oh.
No, no, too small, as in height. I don't know
Oh
what
no,
they'd
I
fit
can't.
like.
I can't get past this. It's their ears for me. It's their ears. Like I don't think the height would worry me. I just don't think I could look them in the eye with them pointy ears.
I just can't imagine like stood there like with a
Picking one up.
little elf.
How big do you think elves are?
Well, I don't think they exist.
They do. I think they're this big. I'm
No,
for
they're
anyone
not
listening, I'm
that big.
measuring
They
out.
like
Is that 3 inches? For anyone listening, I'm doing 3 inches.
they like to your hip.
No, they're not.
Of course they are. Like a 3-inch elf could not make a massive present or a bike.
They don't do it on their own. There's loads of them.
No, they cannot make bikes.
There's loads of them. Anyway,
Right. Quick, let's go for Christmas tips. So I thought we would, we asked our Be Sober members only group to help put a Christmas toolbox together and what their top tips would be. And also, if you've not been on Instagram yet, please go and have a look because our members and ambassadors have really thrown themselves into this and they've all been doing their top tips. There's a few more to go out yet. So
I love
yeah.
Kirsty's. I love them all, but I
Oh,
love
you
Kirsty's.
know what?
Our
Kirsty's made my
Worcester, our
day
Worcester
yesterday.
ambassador. She's hilarious.
I love her. When you just meet somebody and they just ooze, like, I just really love her. Yeah, she did hers yesterday, and she had a turkey hat on, and we were all saying how good it was. And she was like, "Is it too much?" So we was like, "No, no, it's amazing." And then she posted a picture in from when she worked at the school, and she was
Dressed as a
literally
full
dressed as a
turkey.
turkey. I loved it. Absolutely loved it. So yeah, they've got some good tips on here, but I thought I'd start with and go through. What's yours, Alex? Do you have one to start
My
with?
personal top tip, honestly, and this is not one that would necessarily be about the beginning of sobriety. I think it's do what you enjoy doing, because it's really like demanding. Christmas is so demanding. People want a bit of you, or want you to go somewhere, or
Yeah.
do something, or stay later, or just have another drink, or eat more cheese. Do what you want, eat more cheese. Just do you.
Oh, why did you have to do that?
I don't know.
Right, go on.
Don't know. But just
All I can
do
see
you.
is a cheesy elf now.
Just do you. Be yourself. And when you've had enough, go. Because honestly, it don't matter. Like, people have forgotten by New Year. They're doing something else.
Yeah, no,
And
I
it's much
agree.
nicer to just do Christmas your own way than have all them pressures.
I can't believe now, like 6.5 years in, how much alcohol is revolved around Christmas. Like, it really, really shocks me that it's such a
Yeah.
big part of it. And when I look back at all our previous Christmases, and I just can't believe that that alcohol was the big event, the main event. Everything from people waking up having prosecco in the morning to what wine they're
Yeah,
going
your
to have
Bucks
at the
fizzes and
dinner,
all
and
that. And then
and
your
at the
after
night.
dinner Baileys
Yeah.
and
I always struggled, even when I was a drinker, with drinking at Christmas.
well, it's
Like,
like even leaving Father Christmas a whiskey or a brandy or whatever. He's driving.
I know
It's
it, like, I
true.
can't believe it.
He's
It
driving, guys.
absolutely
Leave him a
shocks
milk.
me. Yeah.
Yeah,
I wanted to blurt out the same as I did about the elves then, but people might be listening loud.
I
Well, they
know.
better not be, because we've sworn.
Yeah, we're not age appropriate, underage appropriate. We've
Yeah,
talked about
yeah.
lesbians and sex.
Always wear your earphones. We are them friends that you need to wear earphones with.
We
Don't
actually are.
ever put us on loudspeaker.
We actually are. There could be too many questions after this that people aren't yet prepared to answer.
Right, I've just had one here from our lovely Claire in the group. So, what one of her top tips is strong boundaries and stay connected to your support group and your supportive friends. She's also said, like, enjoy the magic and tap into that inner kid. I like that one.
I like that. Yeah,
She's
I like
also
that.
said, if Christmas is not your thing or brings up bad memories, just sack it off and do your own thing. Have
It's so
everything
true.
around you that can bring you comfort and peace. If that's not possible and you're trying to put a brave face on for others, don't forget yourself. Take that time out and think, how could you treat yourself with something rather than a bottle of poison?
Yeah, I like that.
It's good advice, that, isn't it? That's our
Yeah,
lovely Claire.
I like that.
I like this one from Eva. Plan an escape route.
Yep.
Check in with yourself physically and with your thoughts. Plan how to manage cravings or emotions that might come up. Take and pour your own drinks and order your own drinks.
I like that one, not getting into rounds with people, especially if you're going out. Not
Yeah.
only is it really important on principle, because I mean, I did for the first time on Sunday night, I bought somebody an alcoholic drink because I was doing a round, and it's like literally a little bit of me was like, oh, I feel a bit begrudging. Not because I'm tight and financially, but like I'm doing something that actually goes against one of my own principles. And I remember you doing this when I bought my mum a bottle of wine, saying, why are you
Yeah.
doing that? And you highlighted that to me. And since then, I've stopped buying people alcohol. So I think
Yeah, I
getting in
don't.
rounds principally can be quite difficult if you don't agree with it. But also financially, I mean, look at the price of a Coke compared to a glass of wine. It's pounds.
Yeah. Unless you're on kind of alcohol-free alternatives. But you know what I found? Like, when I went away with my mum the other week, sparkling water, that's all we drank. for
Yeah.
while I was with her. But it's really weird that you said that. I bought an alcoholic drink for the first time for somebody last week when I was on my gym do.
Isn't
And
it
it's just,
funny?
yeah. You
It
know what I've
feels weird, doesn't
noticed?
it? It does feel wrong to do.
Do you know what else I've noticed? I don't tell people as much that I don't drink anymore. Like, um, who were we talking to? And I could see Rob thinking, she's going to say it in a minute. She's going to say it in a minute. And they were talking about, like, oh, we was in the shop, in the dog shop buying dog stuff, obviously.
Oh, buying cat
And
stuff.
she was saying that, and it stinks. This shop is the smell. Oh, you need to go to get some stuff for Rolo because he will love it. He'll really like.
Oh,
Honestly, it's got the smelliest, disgustingest parts of animals for your dogs that you can possibly imagine. And we were talking about how much it smelt to the woman, and she was like, "I've got a massive hangover today." She was like, it was my work's do last night. So she was telling us all about it and how she got drunk and how she's the only one having to work and everybody else can have a lie-in. And I was going to my gym do on like the following day. So I said, "Oh, I've got mine tomorrow." Anyway, I didn't even mention it. Didn't even mention once that I
you
didn't
don't
drink.
even need to mention it on the night, and that might be another tip. Like when
Mm.
somebody says, "What do you want to drink?" Just say, "Oh, I'll have a alcohol-free," such a thing. Most people are pretty all right with it now.
Yeah, and especially with driving and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah,
most people don't
like
question it. When you say, "Oh no, I don't drink," and they'll go, "Oh, you sure you don't want something?" You just go, "Yeah, no, thanks. I'll just have that." Do you
yeah.
not think? Can I just ask you this? Because gym dues aren't
What?
they boozy to say that people are like into the well-being? Don't they? They don't
Yeah,
realise, do they?
yeah, I can't believe it. And you know, when I went to the gym, like that, honestly, I'd gone away the morning after. So I didn't go to the gym until like the Friday after. And when I went for my session, they were still talking about what people had done and what, and I just thought, thank fuck, I don't drink anymore. Because I'd have been, honestly, you've got like, and they're all well and fit and lovely, but you've got 50-year-old women slut dropping on the dance floor that then have to turn up all sensible to a 6 a.m. class.
It's just, yeah, it's just not nice, is it? It's not nice. So we can be, there's another tip for you. Be mightier and higher and mightier than now.
Yeah, yeah. If you don't want people to talk about you for weeks and weeks ahead, then just don't do it. Let's have a look. There's some more here from Caroline. Don't go out if you'd prefer an evening in front of your fire, eating a chocolate orange and wearing your favorite PJs. You
I
don't
agree.
need a reason not to go. And no is a complete
Do you
sentence.
know this is another thing, Lisa, with it, right? When you first stop drinking, you think not going out is seen as boring, right?
Yeah, yeah,
But actually, when you think about why you drank, it's because you're struggling in that environment
yeah,
to
it is.
just be yourself.
Yeah.
So is it boring or is it just that you never wanted to do those things? I can't believe how much I'm not the person I thought I was.
I can not. I honestly, for both of us, again, weirdly, we were talking about this morning at the gym, and there was a girl there, and she's turning 30. They're going away for Christmas, and they were talking. The owner of the gym said, "Right, what age do you think is a no-no to go into clubs?" So I was like 21, literally just don't ever do it. But everybody agreed on like 27, 28. There was like anything after that, you should not be clubbing. I know.
Feel like I
I
want
said,
to go.
I know. But then one of the girls there was saying, she said, I did it because I was at uni and I used to go to these clubs. She said, but I hated it. I just didn't want to be there. And then somebody piped up with, that's because you weren't drunk enough. And I was
Yeah,
like, oh my God, like if we actually break this down, you need to get that drunk to enjoy being
yeah,
somewhere. Like,
yeah.
surely you shouldn't be there if you've got to dumb yourself down, get pissed to be there. Like,
It's a really weird thing we've done in the world, and it's a really, really weird thing. And you know what else? I think the other thing is, and if you're, if you are somebody, tell the right people. That's another tip.
yeah,
Tell the
yeah.
right people to have your back. Make sure your friends are being friends. Did you see that post that one of our members put in about the mum's net chat?
Oh my gosh, yeah, yeah,
So somebody in a group had basically said that their friend was stopping drinking and they thought the friend was boring. But actually, the comments were so positive for the non-drinker.
Yeah.
Like they were overwhelmingly positive of it's your friend's choice, support your friend. So
Yeah.
I think that's quite a good representation that people generally don't have a problem with you not drinking. Tell the right friends, get them to have you back.
Yeah. If one of your friends really want you to drink, then are they really your
Why?
mate?
Yeah,
Do you know what
why?
I mean? Like I realized a lot of the people I was going out with were just drinking friends.
Yeah, they just I had these friends. I had people I would phone up if no one else would go out because I knew they would be up for getting drunk. And
Yeah.
and I didn't mean I didn't like them. I did like them, but
Yeah.
I also knew they were the ones to call if I had no one to go out with and I knew I desperately wanted to go, they would be up for it. And it's not that they weren't friends, but they were just that kind of friend. You know what I mean? The party friend
Yeah. Yeah. We've all had a party friend.
or two.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you got any more?
Yeah, there's loads there. This one is from Sarah. Planning a bit of what you love with you in capital, which I
Yeah.
really like. Sometimes we get caught up in thinking the perfect Christmas picture contains family and loads of friends. I love long distance walking. I love solo cinema trips, and I love lying on the sofa reading my book. I've planned in to do what I love, so I can really look forward to it. And I love that. I love
Yeah.
walking, like the best time for me, and I love it, a Christmas early morning walk, like, and especially because I always felt weird when I didn't have a dog to do it. So really, I've only noticed it since I've had the dog. But walking the dog early in the morning, and you can kind of see all the houses just waking up and the lights turning on, and
Same New Year's Day. I love a New Year's Day walk.
I absolutely love it. And now I'm thinking I'm like the little match girl walking around peering in people's houses. Let me
Oh, don't you always get sad about the little match girl?
in.
I'm pretty sure you mentioned her on last year's.
Did I?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I know, but she was so poor. She just wanted a Christmas dinner. She just wanted something to eat. But yeah, I think solo things are underrated. And I do more and more people are doing solo adventures now, particularly women, I've noticed.
No, we feel all empowered and strong, don't we?
Yeah, I love it. It's good, isn't it? Right, let me have a look. Jane, be
Can we just
prepared.
go? I'm sorry
Oh,
to
go on.
interrupt here, talking about women. Can I just say that the Manchester Evening News when they published on after the choir
Oh,
on
yeah.
Sunday, they published that Ruth Jones had been there and so on, and they said following an invite from her friend who is the choir master. I am so annoyed about the choir master. Right, I'm not the choir master. I am the director of music at the church, number one. And don't call me master just because you've seen my name's Alex. What an assumption. The church
Oh,
gets a
yeah.
massively bad rap for being full of old white men. Like, well, newsflash, I'm young-ish and female. And I'm the director of music, not
I
the
love
choir master.
quite it made me
Sorry,
proper
back as
laugh
you were.
that when you said that. It
I
did.
emailed him, Lisa.
What did you say?
Exactly what I've just said here. Don't make assumptions. I'm a
No, you
female, and the
didn't.
church gets a bad rap about being full of old men. Like, I'm a young
Yeah.
female. I put
Oh,
ish in
that's
brackets
good.
as well.
You should do a story on it.
Well, I put ish in brackets. Young-ish female.
Young kids.
I did.
Right, let me have a look at the somebody else has started journaling again. I like this one. Eat a lot at 7 a.m. and then throughout the day. That's our Anita.
I love Anita.
That's a really good one. Another one is check in with your bees. I like that. There's loads of us online all of the time, all throughout Christmas. You do not need to be on your own. Eva is running 8 o'clock Zooms, I think, throughout Christmas.
Is she?
Yeah,
8 p.m.
I think so. Yeah.
Amazing. That'd be
She's,
fab.
she's pretty much said every day. She's doing one on Christmas Day.
Oh,
So
that's brilliant.
nobody needs to be on their own. Just check in. We say this all the time, don't we, Alex? But like it is like having a support group or your friends or
In your
somebody
pocket.
literally in your pocket. Pull your phone out. We've had people like, and we've talked them down while they've been in the toilets at a Christmas works do, or we've had Zooms before where people have had to go to the families and they're hiding in the bedroom on a Zoom, going, "Oh my God!" And like just knowing that people are there, and I love our group for this. I love all the tips that they've come up with, and I love how supportive of these people from all different walks of life. But there's always somebody that's going to be on the same page as you.
There
So
really is. There really is. Always.
that's my main tip. And I know it's a really obvious one, but come and join us at Be Sober. Like, it's what, 33p a day, 9.99 a month, like
Yeah, and let's just
less
talk
than a
about
bottle
that
of wine.
because we had it's through Facebook, our membership, but we've also just created WhatsApp community and lots of
Yes.
different chats, haven't we, Lisa, that you've done?
Yeah, I'm really, really proud of it because I don't know why we've never done it before
I don't
instead of
know
a
really.
stupid app. Um, but yeah, we should have done.
Sorry, I should have reacted quick about it. I was just thinking, stupid app.
I'm
Imagine
so
calling it
annoyed
a
about our
stupid
app.
app.
Yeah, we've got a stupid app. If you're on the app
If you
and
are a subscriber of the stupid app,
yeah, will you unsubscribe and come and join on our website? Because we've now created a WhatsApp community. So there's like an announcement group, which we will not spam you with. We've put a few Christmas tips in there, but only Alex and I can post in the announcements group.
yeah,
So
it's not a
anything that,
chat, is it? So you don't even have to
no,
join a chat, do you?
no, they can reply to us, but only we would see it in the announcements
Yeah.
group. So that's not a chat. It won't do your head in. And then there's loads of different groups underneath the community on WhatsApp. So some of them are for members only, and it will say members only. And if you try and join that, you'll get a message off either Alex or myself asking you for your membership number. So stop trying to join them, you cheeky buggers, when you're not one, and
Oh,
go and
pay your
join.
33p a day.
Yeah, yeah. But we've got all different ones in there. We've got a yoga chat. There's a mixture in there. We've got your Be Fit chat. So on
Yeah.
your Be Fit one, Alex, you're doing it. So once people have joined Be Fit and they've been to Be
Once they've
Fit,
been to a session, yeah.
then they can join the chat. So you've
Yeah.
got to go to a session. And we'll be putting like more information about
And
Be
only
Fit and what you
because,
can
Lisa, there's
expect.
such a close-knit little group of people in
Mm.
Be Fit that if you don't attend one, I think you'd feel on the outskirts of the chat.
Yeah.
Because, and I don't mean that in kind of it's not a clique, but I think because
Yeah,
those
but you wonder
people
what people were talking about.
they see
So
each other 3 times a week. So
yeah,
because of that, it naturally generates topics of conversation. And that's what the chat thread's been about. So I think if you haven't been to one, you'd be like, oh, I'm not joining a Be Fit session. They all know each other. Well, yeah,
yeah,
we all know each other because we've got to know each other through the Be Fit. So that's why then come to the chat and then you'll know what everyone's
yeah, it's
doing.
really good to know that actually, because I think some people would be like, well, I could join and then it might encourage me, but actually it's not a Be Fit chat, as in
Not
you're
talking
not
about
putting
fitness.
exercises in and you're not all like doing stuff like that. It's actually like connection and
Yeah, but I think in
support.
January we have talked about doing a little bit of a kind of support chat around eating and high protein. So it
Yeah,
may
that would
well
be,
evolve into that in January and have
yeah.
little challenges and stuff as we go. So
That would be dead good. There is a members only chat in there as well. So that's kind of like the Facebook group, really. But obviously, if you're not on Facebook, it's perfect for you.
yeah,
You can get it there. So what we'd say is if you're joining, only join the chats that you do have an interest in, because
yeah.
otherwise it's going to get overwhelming. And then we don't want that big Alex has left the chat scenario. Do you know what I mean? Like,
No, I
just
know.
have
And
a look at
the other
them.
thing is, if you join a chat but you're just feeling a little bit overwhelmed, I mean, I've definitely done it because obviously Lisa and I have to have all the chats, but
Yeah.
some of them we really don't need to man because some of them our ambassadors are doing. And, it might be about, I'm just going to name this one. It's not necessarily this one, but Liverpool, for example, the area. Well, I don't know what's going on in the Liverpool events because I'd be very unlikely to attend regularly. So I've
Yes,
just
does
muted
that.
that one and I can see the notifications when I want to go in, I
Yeah.
can. But you might just find that you want to mute a chat, and that's all right as well.
Yeah, you can mute and archive them, can't you? There's a neurodiverse chat. That I'm not going to lie, is full of people with ADHD and other neurodivergence.
That's
And
muted.
yeah, that's a busy one. But you know what? Honestly,
It's
I've
lovely though,
watched that
Lisa.
this morning and it's so supportive
It
and
is.
lovely.
It is.
And that's for anybody that is diagnosed or self-diagnosed. You are absolutely like, obviously you've got to be a member, but then once you are, you can join that chat. The Manchester events chat is open to absolutely everybody. So basically, that is just for people to get to know each other on there if they want. I'll be posting the Be Sober events in Manchester, but also if there's anything else going on in the Manchester area, put it in there because you might meet somebody and you can go together or whatever, which would be really, really nice. So yeah, that's open to all. Is there any more?
There's one for most of the areas. So, and then there's the
There
members only,
isn't
like you
actually.
said.
There's
So,
only Liverpool, Manchester, and Worcester,
Worcester,
I
oh, there's
think.
three of the areas at the moment. There
Yeah,
might be more, they
yeah,
might grow. But
yeah.
yeah, and then we have created another one, which is a really special one for something we're going to do in January, which is this is the kind of last, I guess we're coming to the end of the podcast because this is what we wanted to talk about at the end, didn't we?
Yeah, we're
Don't know
going to be
why that took me so
doing.
long to get out. I'm so sorry.
We're going to be. I didn't think it did. We're going to be doing the sober experiment through the WhatsApp chat. So we'll be posting the videos in daily, and all doing it together throughout January. So you can join this WhatsApp chat now. You can't post in it yet. You can literally just join it and it will go live on the 1st of January. And we're going to do the 30-day sober experiment. Alex and I, do you love this? And just set it up and
Can I just say that Lisa's actually doing it, and I will comment and support people, but I have to, and it's a bit of a compliment really because she's saying we, but actually she's just doing it. She's putting all the videos in. She'll
oh,
instigate
no,
the
this is
chat.
her telling me I'm not being involved, by the way.
I am
Because
being
in
involved. I will be
fairness to
involved, but yeah.
Alex, she didn't know that we were doing this until she got added as an admin
Yeah,
to the
I was
sober
just,
experiment.
I was just added, but I will be commenting and I will be supporting people along the way.
Yes. I just thought it'd be so nice for us
Lovely.
all to do it together. And for anybody as well, if you're already sober, you can do this and just have a real reminder of why you're doing it. And I
Yeah.
think just to meet like minded people. And I will warn you though, I reckon by February, you'll be like, you know what? I might do February as well.
I
And I
think
might
so,
do
yeah.
March. I think that's what I love about the sober experiment. It's not a challenge, is it? And we've always said
It
that.
is an experiment. It is about just seeing what you're like. And you know what? There will be people in January who on day 8 go and have a drink.
Yeah.
You know, we're not saying that's all right. We'd rather you don't do that. It's you're going to benefit more from doing 30 days. But if you did do that on day 8, get straight back on it on day 9. Just keep going because
Yeah.
something will click within those 30 days. And it is an experiment. So you can even, and I'm going to use the word fail, and I don't mean it like that. You can fail at it on any day and use that experience as a little reminder of why you were doing it in the first place. It is an experiment. So there's no pressure on you to be perfect throughout. You're not going to get turfed out the chat. You're not going to be removed. You're not going to be shamed or judged. It's going to be, look, come on. You can do this if you want to do it. There was a reason you joined this. Get back on. So just give it a go. Do dry January with the Hive.
There was somebody that commented on our Facebook post, actually, about this, Alex, about the sober experiment. And I'm hoping I can find it really quickly. Don't think I can. Basically, she said that the sober experiment actually changed her life. It's here now. This was the only thing that worked for me and totally transformed my life. Thank you.
See?
How good is that?
Somebody called us trailblazers the other day.
Oh my gosh. You know what? We set out to do the sober experiment. And we've always said this, haven't we, Alex? If it helped one person stop drinking and realize everything, it's everything that worked for us. That's the truth of it. And we know it works because I'm coming up to 6.5 years sober, Alex.
5.5.
Do you know what I mean? Like it's got to have worked.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's everything that we found out and taught ourselves and that we wanted to share with you guys so you could do it too. We want you to know how amazing it is.
And
Like,
what we took from other people's work, do you know, like books that we read, things that
Yeah,
we saw, podcasts, the bits that
yeah,
really hit home with us, we put into our experiment,
yeah,
didn't we? So thank you
yeah.
to all those people who did that.
Yeah, no, we did. It was just such a, and we were really in the early days ourselves as well. So I'm
It's as
not
if we're
really
there,
looking
isn't it? Well, we
forward to
were.
looking. I know, and we were so uncomfortable around the camera as
I
well.
know, and
We're
there's
like,
like certain
it's
videos
so
where you can only see the
awful.
top of my head, like where I'm laid down on my bed and stuff.
And
I
then
wonder,
because I didn't know what to say, I'm trying to read it, and you can see me like this
just
reading.
wouldn't do it that way now. But every time we've thought about changing it and we've said, oh, we're going to change it, the people who watch it say, please don't change it because it's so
Yeah,
raw and original. So maybe we
yeah,
can't change it because we were there in that moment at that time.
yeah. Well, we could have an original and a new one, maybe.
Oh, no, I'm not doing that.
I still think we should get our ambassadors to do it. They should all do a day each.
That'd be good because then everybody, it wouldn't really be a lot of work.
Maybe they could do a follow up February.
Do you know what? If they did our sober experiment videos and everybody did one, that would be really good.
It'd be good, that, wouldn't it?
Yeah, because it'd be easy as well. We'd only have like one and a bit each to do.
Yeah, you're listening, guys.
Yeah, come on, ambassadors. And if you're not listening and you go like this, like the ambassadors who go, what they on about, we just know you don't listen to our podcast and you're sacked.
Oh, yeah, they don't know. This is the other thing, right? If
Did
you're
you hear what I've just said though?
enjoying,
We're going to sack them out with Lisa. We'll sack them.
we sack them. No, if you're listening to our podcast, you are probably not a member and you're probably not an ambassador actually, because we are quite like there, and anybody that listens to the podcast and think, right, I'm going to join actually, you get to know us, and I swear to God, within a week, you think, oh, I don't need to listen to anymore. I see them here, or do you bored of us?
What's funny is on these occasions where Lisa and I turn up to things and we forget that strangers listen to our podcast. So they're like we've been over other people who in the sober world. And I'm saying the word, but I don't mean it like this. It sounds well arsey now. But you know, like when you get a bit starstruck about people, so they'll come over and they're like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm seeing you in real life. And we're like, what? You know,
I know, and
aren't
then it
we?
literally lasts about 2 minutes, like
Yeah,
not even that
no.
sometimes.
And in fact, people have ran
Well,
past
that's
us to
because
go
we
and
go,
hug
don't be
William Porter.
stupid. Go sit down,
People have
weirdo.
gone past us, haven't they, to William Porter and Sober Dave, and like they're not
Yeah.
even asked about us. That's how
No,
insignificant
no,
we
they don't
become.
care. They don't care. But you know what? We don't care because we love each other.
We do, and we're the best friends in the world, so we actually don't need anyone else.
Yeah, we don't. But we do love our members as well. And that's why we want you to be one, because we end up loving you as much as we love each other.
And you can have best friends in your pocket. Oh dear.
That you'll be bored of. Right. I think that's it then.
Yeah. Have a lovely Christmas and New
Yeah, have a
Year.
lovely Christmas and hopefully see you in WhatsApp or the Facebook members group or on the stupid app.
And we will be back for another season at some point, but we don't have a date yet. We're just going through a list of requests to be guests on the podcast at the minute and trying to decide what
You
is
know
and
what?
when it is.
Any ideas for subjects, topics, questions, anything like that, please drop us an email at info@besoberofficial.com.
Yeah, and if you've got any comments to make on today's podcast, you want to tell us some of your local words that we might not know, or any of your ideas around Christmas tips, drop us an email. We genuinely love hearing from you and we will respond. And
Or
if you
if you
don't get
think your best friend's better than my best friend,
yeah,
try that one.
yeah. And if you don't get a response on the same day, it's because it's sat in the inbox while one tries to psych the other one out to answer it.
We do, don't we? Right, listen, all of you have an incredible Christmas. Please know that we are on hand. Like I said, join the WhatsApp group or the Facebook group, but don't be on your own. There's no, if you don't want to, if you do want to be on your own, please absolutely be on your own. That's all also
It
fine.
is. It is.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Absolutely.
Alex is looking at me now to say bye. I can see she's doing that face of like, I'm just going to let you say bye.
But this is because she's giving me a complex about saying bye, because you always used to say Alex is really shit at saying bye, and I am.
Yeah, but
So
that's because you said it to me and then I took that on, and it's not true. You're actually really good at saying bye.
am
Go
I?
on, go on, say it.
Bye,
No,
everyone.
I swear to I've ruined it. I talked over it.
No,
Hold
all
on.
right. Have a wonderful Christmas and a wonderful New Year. Thank you for all the support that you've given us this year and in previous years, and for your ongoing support in 2025. We love you lots. See you in the new year. Bye, everyone.
That was amazing.
Kick-ass
That was the
pie.
best buy throughout the whole podcast.
Yeah, I agree. See ya.
Bye.